Good afternoon. Welcome back. Kent Bain with 9 Business Group and Elevate Your Business Spotlight interview. We have Akram. Please, Akram, welcome. Please introduce yourself. More importantly, introduce your company and what set you guys apart from the competition. And, as I say, why people would buy from you versus somebody else.
My name is Akram. I'm the founder and the managing partner for Armor CBA Accounting and Tax Professional Corporation. Our firm distinguishes itself through a combination of personalized services and expertise and commitment to deliver innovation technologies and tailor those solutions to our clients' needs. And of course, we are not only focusing on compliance like other competitors would do, which we focus too on compliance, but we also try to help our customer maximize their profitability and be more community members and helping community through their businesses and their expertise as well. So we focus in compliance, but also we provide strategic vision for our clients. And this is where we have been different from other competitors.
Fantastic. Thank you. Since you've started in business, growing, scaling a business, you shared with us that you have multiple service levels. You're involved in some nonprofits and other things like that. But on an entrepreneurial front, what has been your biggest challenge in growing your business?
So, one of the biggest challenges is the rapid evolving tax and accounting industry in terms of regulations and updates. We try to tackle those challenges through adapting new technologies, new platforms, and new solutions in the industry as well. We try to stay ahead of the changes that's happening. We leverage the investment in software and also automation to foster a culture of continuous learning within our organization, personal development as well for myself, for staff, and try to educate our clients for any changes that could help them. So there are lots of complexity in the business industry. There are lots of changes, and we need to be always ahead of the game in these changes and challenges, and try to pass our expertise to our clients where they can thrive and be successful in their businesses too.
Thank you. So with your clients, maybe I want to take this slightly different, but the question is kind of, what is the biggest challenge entrepreneurs face in dealing with tax code, right? So as we grow and scale a business, most of my clients, it's a thing we have to do, this accounting thing. But what is the biggest challenge they face that you help them navigate, that they need to get their hands around as soon as possible?
As you know, the Income Tax Act, the Canadian Income Tax Act, is considered one of the most complex income tax around the world. Even the U.S. tax codes and regulations a little bit even easier to understand for even professionals and accountants, plus the entrepreneurs. So for entrepreneurs, they don't have the expertise. So that's why they approach us as external accountants, as CBAs, to help them to interpret all these regulations. One of the biggest challenges, and I see among all these entrepreneurs, they don't know the information. They are not updated. All what they know when we deal with a company, for example, doing flooring or doing painting or mechanic or auto body shops or retail industry or restaurants, all what they know how to run their businesses, how to run the operations of their businesses. When it comes to regulations, when it comes to the deadlines of filing their taxes, when it comes to the payment, the installments, the regulations, and all these things, they don't have the information. So for us, our firm, for example, one part of put us ahead of the competitors is we try to be an educator to our clients and entrepreneur to overcome these challenges that they are facing. So that is one of the main things. So this is a big challenge, not knowing the updates, not knowing how they could save taxes, how to reduce their taxable incomes, what can be deducted as expenses, what cannot be deducted as expenses as well, because the reconciliation from accounting income perspective that normally the entrepreneur understand is different than the reconciliation for taxable income. So there's some kind of reconciliation that happen in between, and this is where our role come as a CPA, as accountants, where we can help them to maximize their profitability in a legal way, avoiding them to commit any kind of tax evasions, but instead helping them to do kind of tax planning. And this is where everybody will be in the safe side. They maximize their profitability, they reduce their taxes, and continue in their businesses. So this is what I think the most challenge for these entrepreneurs in the industry.
Thank you. What does it mean to do tax planning? How do we simplify that for the average entrepreneur? Because tax planning will imply that I'm going to pay taxes, but I'm sure there's something much deeper and meaningful behind that. So what does it mean for an entrepreneur to understand and participate proactively in tax planning?
Like, for example, if you are employee and you are getting salary, one of the main tax planning, for example, for salaried employees, for example, putting some investment in RRSPs, registered retirement saving plans, where you are at, for example, at higher tax bracket. And in Canada, we have something called a progressive tax system, where the higher your income is, the higher the taxes you would be paying. Now, in order to, for example, to not exceed the, or if you exceeded the second threshold of the tax bracket, your tax rate will jump from 15% to 20.5. The next tax bracket will go to 26%. The next tax bracket will go to 29, 33%, and keep increasing as your income increase. Now, if you kept all this, for example, employment income, you will end up paying taxes according to your tax bracket, where the next tax bracket will be taxed at higher tax rate, and the one after will be taxed at higher tax rate. So this is where our role come as tax planners, for example. We advise the customer to contribute into their RRSP plan. When you contribute to your RRSP plan, your taxable income will be reduced from the highest income that you have. And accordingly, this is considered a deferred taxation. It's not like just you don't pay taxes, you defer your taxes. So sometimes people think, oh, I did not pay taxes. No, it's not you did not pay taxes. You just deferred your taxes to the time where you have lower income in future, and then you start withdrawing from your RRSP at that time where you have a lower tax bracket, and you will end up paying only 15% on those withdrawal from the RRSP. So this is kind of tax planning, for example, that we do for people, just to give an idea what we mean by tax planning. It's a legal mechanism that we use to implement some regulations and use different type of plans that the government offer to those people to reduce their taxable income. Your income will stay the same, but your taxable income will be less. And accordingly, your tax payable will be less. And this is part of the tax planning we do for people, just so you can understand.
Thank you. Does the same thing apply to a business owner? And if so, how?
Business owners, the same thing. For example, incorporating a business that lead you to be able to deduct lots of business expenses from rental expenses, office expenses, supplies expenses, put people on payroll, subcontracting people so you can reduce you can increase your expenses. And accordingly, when you increase and maximize all these business expenses, legit business expenses, your corporate taxable income will be less. And the same thing will happen. Your taxes will be lower. And there are many advantages as well for corporation. For example, when you have a small business, there's something called the small business deduction limit. If you have multiple corporations as well, you can take an advantage to allocate this small business limit among different corporations as well, to reduce your taxable income based on the taxable income each one of those corporation has. So this is another tax planning you can see what you can have when you have multiple corporations as well, that you are owner or having some kind of control over these corporations. So this is also applicable as a tax planning for corporation and small businesses and entrepreneur, rather than doing a tax planning for individuals.
Thank you. That is extremely helpful. Okay. When you look at your years of experience working with all the entrepreneurs you've worked with, if you had one piece of advice you could give kind of that greatest lesson. What would be that greatest lesson you love to give all of the young entrepreneurs, all the entrepreneurs looking to start a business?
My best lesson or advice I would give them: do not be intimidated when you hear the word taxes, when you hear the word accountants, when you hear or when you receive a phone call from CRA. We are all work together to try to help the community. So if you are having any doubt about subject matter, contact us at Chartered Professional Accountants. We are the expert in the field, and we would love to hear from you, would love to provide you with advices. So don't get intimidated just because you don't like to hear from CRA. You don't like the word taxes. So don't get intimidated. Just relax, contact professionals, and we'll help you out. Like if I have a case, I have a problem in the court, I will just contact my lawyer. He will make my life easier. Despite I'm professional in my field. So I don't have to be scared because I know somebody is backing me up. And the same thing, when you are facing a tax problem, you are facing an accounting problem, just go contact people who are professional. My advice to all these people: contact Chartered Professional Accountants. We are regulated by the industry. We are getting audited by the association. We do the job to the best interest of community. While other accountants who are not regulated, not chartered, they could do the work and there's no liabilities. There's no regulations govern those people. My advice to you: always contact the people who has the expertise, and they will help you a lot to benefit from reducing your taxes and solving any problems and complexity you might have as well.
Fantastic. Okay, fun question for you. If there was a pirate, a thief in your business, what would they be stealing from you?
Wow, that's a nice question. So, like, as you know, like we work in a service industry. We are not selling a product somebody like or dislike. You might buy from me or doesn't buy from me. So the most valuable assets is our reputation and trustworthiness with the client. So if somebody compromised these principles, it would undermine the whole foundation of our business, right? So prioritizing the safeguarding of our client information and upholding the highest ethical standards within the profession is the most valuable assets we could have in business. So if somebody has to steal something from me, I would say they will steal my reputation. And if they do steal my reputation, that will undermine the foundation of my business. So that's really interesting question and fun question to answer.
Thank you. I love the sincerity of it. Okay, last most important question, the shameless self-plug. Who's your ideal client? Who should find you? And more importantly, where should they find you to learn more about getting help, not being afraid of the boogeyman, and getting your team's help to help them navigate tax laws and whatnot?
Who should contact me, you said? Sorry, I did not
Yeah,
hear
who should
it.
contact you? Who's your ideal client? And
Oh, yeah.
how do they find you?
So we are an accounting firm. We are specialized in accounting and taxation services. They contact us. They can reach us to us through the office. We are located in Edmonton. Our office is located in Edmonton, in San Albert Trail. They can look us for Armor CBA accounting and taxation professional corporation. They can look us as well in Instagram. We are here to help them if they have any taxation needs or accounting needs, whether they are sole or partners, a partnership, or a corporation. Well, our main focus on SMEs is small and medium enterprises, and we do tax planning for personal and as well for partnership and for corporation. So we are open for everybody. If there is anything we cannot do in the office, we also partner with different chartered professional accountant in the industry. We have good relationships. We can always refer them for anything beyond our scope of work as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Love the answers. Love the service. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Kent. Appreciate you.